Hey there, it's Dave Hilton from Resolution Stream, and I thought I'd switch things up a little bit this week. And instead of covering one of the numerous topics about conflict resolution, communication, or even negotiation that I've been covering the last few weeks, I thought we'd take a break from that. Now, next week, I plan on talking about the conflict continuum and really taking a deep dive, looking at how conflict escalates and looking at how you can navigate the conflict continuum. Now, of course, as always, I ask that you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Just click the subscribe button and click that little bell button so you know whenever I go live and do one of these videos, which is typically on Tuesdays. So what I thought I'd do is that a lot of the folks who've worked with me in the past, or maybe that I've interviewed on one of my previous shows, have started to find my new project, Resolution Stream. It's sort of a combination of some of the projects that I've done in the past, and people were wondering, okay, so you have this new project, Resolution Stream. Is it like your old shows? So I thought I might bring up the fact that I had done shows in the past. So whenever I got started working as a mediator and conflict resolution and doing this kind of stuff, I decided that I was going to use my broadcasting background to create a few shows where I could talk to people about the conflicts that they had, the issues that they faced, and see how I might be able to help them, or even talk to people who do this for a living, just like I was wanting to do at that time as I was just getting started. And I managed to create a couple of different projects that I think went really well, and I have now moved all of those videos of those shows over to Resolution Stream. So ResolutionStream.com is now the new home of my two previous shows. Now, the very first show that I ever did, that I put together, I was into personal finance at the time, personal finance and conflict. And I was like, okay, so I'm interested in these two subjects. How can I put those together? So I created, don't you like my baby face there? I created the Financial Conflict Coach. I was working as a conflict coach in the financial realm, dealing with helping couples and families deal with financial issues. So I created the Financial Conflict Coach show, where I started to interview some of the folks in personal finance. If you've ever visited any of those personal finance blogs, I was talking with them about it, and I would have shows and ask them about their financial background. Now, here's something that I found out really quick about financial conflict. A lot of people, they don't want to talk about it. So that show kind of fizzled out. I had a few people who were willing to come on the show and talk to me about their problems, but the majority of people I asked, they were like, you know what? I'm willing to talk about the fact I was in debt. I'm willing to talk about a lot of the stuff, but I'm not willing to just share all of my conflict of my finances with you and your audience. So I just sort of did away with that show, but that was my first attempt at doing an interview show or a live show on YouTube. So I've got all of those episodes, which I think there are only like 6, 7, maybe 12 videos total, I think, of that one. Like I said, it didn't last very long, but that's up on our website now at ResolutionStream.com. But that was the first one. Now, as much as I love the personal finance community, and I'm still friends with a lot of those bloggers, where I found that I was really having a fun time is like right in the middle. Not only was I doing the Financial Conflict Coach show, but I was also doing another show that I created, which was the Conflict Specialist show. And here's the logo and stuff from that show. Now, this one I had a lot of fun doing. And it's because as I was first getting started about a decade ago, I think if I remember my dates, Conflict Specialist show ran basically from like 2012, 2013 to 2015. So for about 3 years, I had a YouTube show there where I would interview people who worked as mediators or other types of conflict specialists, not only in the United States, not only North America, but I had the honor, the privilege of interviewing conflict specialists, mediators, all these people from around the world. I even did special international series where I talked to mediators and conflict specialists from around the world. But this one, I think I ended up with a total of 83 or 84 episodes of the Conflict Specialist show. I mean, it was quite significant. In fact, that's the Conflict Specialist show, if I'm to be honest, I think is what actually projected me into being seen, being known, and allowed me to work with the clients and stuff that I did, because I got quite a bit of exposure on different websites and news organizations, as you can see there on the screen there. If you can see Mediate.com and Reuters and Mediation blog, Ombuds blog, Mediation Digest, ADR Hub, all of those. Voxy, which was for the Hispanic community. I don't think that's a news organization any longer, but it was back at that time. But I had a lot of fun doing that. Again, 84 different episodes of the Conflict Specialist Show. So what I've done is that I have moved all of those episodes of both the Conflict Specialist Show and the Financial Conflict Coach Show to Resolution Stream. And that's what I was going to show you here on the screen today. So if you go to the website, ResolutionStream.com, you'll see here streams right next to the main logo here at the very top. So what you'll see is the live stream replays. Those are what you're watching right now, the replays of these live videos that I've been doing basically on Tuesdays every week. But then down below that, you can check out the archive of both the Conflict Specialist Show and the Financial Conflict Coach Show. So if you want to click on the Conflict Coach, you'll see the Financial Conflicts and Growing a Business. David Siteman Garland from Rise at the Top. Talked to Jeff Rose from Good Financial Sense. Talked about power negotiations. Talked with parents, teenagers, and money from Wealth Quest and Your Teen's Money Skills. Like, again, the personal finance blog. But again, it didn't last a whole long time. I mean, I did some of the stuff talking about coaches, talking about all this stuff, all about financial issues. But you can watch any of those episodes you want to, and they are video episodes. And then I've got the 83 or 84, I forget exact, Conflict Specialist Show. And I run the gamut when it comes to this particular show, where I talk to people with all kinds of specialties when it comes to mediation, conflict resolution, facilitation. I talk to attorneys and non-attorney mediators. I talk to arbitrators. I talk to ombuds people. I mean, just from every corner of the globe that I could find, I was talking to people about the different specialties that they had. But shamanism and dispute resolution, and these are, I mean, just some of the first ones you'll see are adult care mediation. Did you even know that was a thing? It is. We had merging anger management and conflict resolution. Here's one like right now, especially consider they just announced that football is being canceled for the year. Conflict in college and professional sports. There's a lot of conflict going on right there, and I hope that Joshua Gordon is right smack dab in the middle trying to help with some of that stuff. But I mean, just all kinds of things. So workplace conflict, which is one of my specialties. Here's one in Australia, project alliancing and mediation in Australia, peace mediation in Egypt. Again, these international series, I had a lot of fun doing that. But anyway, you can go through and look at that. There's one of the organizational ombudsmen. Let's see, we had the Southern California Mediation Association. Again, this is just the first. I'm just sort of showing you where it is. But you can watch any of the episodes you like to. There's 84 different episodes of the Conflict Specialist Show. I really enjoyed doing that show. I think I've said that about 12 times now because I really did enjoy doing that show. Now, the funny thing is that my colleagues in the conflict resolution mediation industry, now that they know I have a new project going, they're like, are you bringing back the Conflict Specialist Show? Now, I can say at this time, I don't have any plans to do that. Just because, I mean, that was sort of a show that I put together for people who work in that industry. Because, I mean, we really delve deep into some of the issues that the mediation and conflict resolution and dispute resolution industry face. So I don't think a normal layperson would really care about some of the issues faced by the industry in a whole. And it was also a way for me to be able to get to know people that I maybe wouldn't be able to meet otherwise. Kind of a networking opportunity for me, but also sharing information and education to other people. While I'm learning, other people can watch and learn as well. So no, at this time, I don't have any plans on bringing back the Conflict Specialist Show, but you never know. I don't know. You never know what will happen. So maybe I'll do a special episode here or there. But there you go. I just wanted to do a different kind of video today and let you know that the Conflict Specialist Show and the Financial Conflict Coach Show are all available. You can watch all of those episodes right close to, I think it's 96 or 97 episodes that you can watch, not including the live stream replays that I've done with Resolution Stream. So again, I ask that you go ahead and click on the subscribe button on our YouTube channel. I'd appreciate that. Let us know if what you enjoy. And you know what? Quite honestly, in some of these, if you want to post comments, if there are specific areas of mediation, conflict resolution, dispute resolution, like online dispute resolution or online mediation that you'd really like to know more about, the conflict continuum, all of these things that I talk about in these videos, please let me know. Send me an email, make a comment. I'd love to get some feedback from you just to know what kinds of issues and what kinds of topics you'd like me to do videos about in the future. So I'll see you next week. That's the end of this one. You guys have a great week. Thanks for watching.